Okay, so I heard that you fly already with like Philippines and South Korea. So how was it like fly with Thailand comparing?
So Thailand definitely has a lot more smoke and fire emissions this time of year. The Philippines, we did observe fires, but they were not as large of an influence on the air quality. The urban air quality was much more influential. The urban emissions influenced the air quality much more than we have seen thus far here in Thailand. Korea, it varied. We sampled a bunch of different weather patterns. So there were times where it was relatively clean, but then there were times where we would see a lot of transport that
From
brought in a
China,
lot of
right?
dust.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah,
that.
so there's
like yellow dust.
a lot of dust would come, and that raised the PM 2.5 quite a bit. And so I will say, but it's nice to contrast seeing the Thailand air quality and seeing the Philippines air quality now. It's an interesting contrast between that and a campaign we did in 2019 in the Philippines during their fire season.
Okay.
So we did a campaign where we were here in September, October.
Okay. In 2019.
In 2019, so that's during the monsoon season that brings a lot of air up from Borneo and Sulawesi.
Okay.
And I don't know if I said that right,
It's okay.
but it brought a lot of air up from the southwest, and that's their fire season down there. So we were watching fire emissions and how they affected aerosol particulate formation, and then also cloud and radiative properties.
When you say fire season in Philippines, you mean the fire like forest fire or agriculture fire?
Both.
Both.
Yeah,
Okay.
both. So there definitely was a lot of agricultural burning. In this case, it was the agricultural burning was in Borneo primarily. So we were looking at the smoke coming over from Borneo over the Philippine Sea and affecting the Philippines directly.
Oh, I see.
There were also agricultural fires locally as well, but the magnitude wasn't as much as we observed coming from the more heavily burning areas. And one of the things that's really interesting to look at both here and then was we have these satellite products that let us see hotspots where we can see the fires, and then we can see how bright they are. We get something called fire radiative product, and you can make these maps and see what they look like different times a year. There's a variety of web tools that look like that, and it's fun to see how the different areas light up different times a year.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. So when do you say exactly which month is the fire season of Philippines?
So in the Philippines, we were there in September, October.
September,
So the wet
October.
season was when they tend to get the most fires.
The wet season?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well, the wet
that's
season for the Philippines.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not exactly sure how the seasons work.
Yeah.
So that's the burning season that they experience in Borneo, in Sulawesi, in Java a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So burning season, because in Thailand mostly this time of the year, this is also our burning
Right,
season.
yeah, this
Yes,
is your burning
yes, it's burning season.
And I hadn't realized that. I actually, when we were talking about doing this,
Yeah.
and when Jim mentioned that this was the burning season here, I had to go on and look at it, and it is really interesting to see how, Thailand and Laos and Myanmar light up this
Yes.
time of year, and then you go later in the year and you see how that just shifts downward, and then suddenly now Borneo lights up and Sulawesi, and you see how that it's almost like it breathes a little bit,
It's really,
I didn't realize it did that before.
Yes, but you guys must have like a lot of interesting information, because you're coming in a good time, like I say.
This has been great. I'm so happy that this worked out.
Yes.
I was actually part of the science team that we had intended to come here in 2013,
Okay.
and it was sad. The arrangements didn't work out, and we were looking so forward to being here. So it's so exciting to be in Thailand. Finally, I'm so happy we got to make it.
I'm glad you're here. You're coming in a good time. Okay, thank you so
Absolutely.
much.